All right. Now I'm about to send you the invite, Anthony. Here we go.
I'm here now.
Finally, this day
I've been here for about 30 minutes.
Huh?
I said, I've been here for about 30 minutes. I'm waiting on you and Frankie.
I was trying to be all fancy coming from a daggone iPad and can't, hold on. See, this is messing me up because I had it set up on my daggone iPad. Okay. We'll just have to do it this way then. What's up, buddy?
Nothing. Chilling. Looking at, me, looking at my car shows. That's about it. Chilling.
You done got your water. Did you get you some water ready for the storm and stuff? Wait, that ain't gonna last you.
Ain't nobody studying no dog. Hey, ain't nobody think about no what that chick name? What her name? Irma? Yeah, ain't nobody think about her. I'll be right in the house chilling. Yeah. At least y'all ain't got to worry about it coming up y'all way.
Nah, I ain't coming up this way.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So this about to be fun. We about to cut a fool up in here.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking to my fellow Duval County native, so my accent come out when I'm talking to my peoples. So all those that up north,
Your accent.
Yeah, because people up north, they think I got a southern accent, but this is how we talk. Okay, but anyway.
Okay.
They do. They be like, "Why you sound like you country?" I'm like, "No, I'm just whatever."
Because you are.
I have to tell the people, forewarn them that it's not going to be the Siobhan from up north that they're used to.
It is what it is. Them doggone people the same way with that old crazy accent y'all got up north.
Wait a minute. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
don't have a jumping on you.
You just up there for the money. It's all this. It's okay. You just up there for the money.
You might be right.
Exactly.
All right. So, I am Southern. You right. I am Southern, Kendrell. So, all right. So I wanted to do these discussions because, I had to go back to my Facebook post. I've been posting these relationship scenarios since November 2015. Ain't that crazy? You want to know what the first one was?
You say what?
You want to know what the first question was I ever posted back in November?
Yeah. What is it?
Can a single man abstain from sex until he's married?
That must be a short. Hey, that must be a short engagement.
That's how these things got started. But yeah, so that was the first one, and I've been posting them ever since. So I figured it would be fun to have these discussions live since we be going back and forth on the comments.
That's still a good question, though. I mean, that's still a good question. It's still a lot of people going to tell lies about it, and some going to tell the truth about it. So it's still relevant.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So you want to introduce yourself, Mr. Thompson? Who is you?
Anthony Thompson. Hey, y'all. I'm Anthony Thompson, Jacksonville. I mean, Southern country. That's it. Shop Talk. Y'all probably see me on Shop Talk. If not, we'll be on September 18th for the ladies that's going to be on there. We already had the brothers do our thing, Man Cave. Now they got the Queen's Palace, September 18th. And I think it's going to be, I got to get the time right. Stephanie was on here, 7:30 or 8 o'clock. We usually do 7:30. Yeah, so that's it. Other than that, I'm Anthony Thompson.
Okay. I post a link to it. Shout out to Shop Talk. Y'all doing y'all thing. All right. So for tonight's discussion, I wanted to get Anthony first because if anybody has been on my relationship posts, Anthony is very vocal on those posts. So I wanted to get him first because he always keep us laughing on them daggone posts, have us cracking up on his comments. So I had to get you on here first. Oh, Tina, you ain't dressed up.
See that, Tina. I took a shower. I washed my hair. I took my wave cap off, and I got on some cologne. How about that? Can you smell me through this? Can you smell me through the screen?
She say, Mama Tina say you supposed to have your shirt and tie on. What you talking about? So she said, don't give him too much. Okay. So
Nicole, shut up and go somewhere and go to practice with your children.
Oh, don't do Nicole like that. Don't do her like that.
Nobody study Nicole.
She said you doing promos. You giving shout outs.
That's right.
Yeah, you got to promote your stuff that you're doing. So, all right. So I wanted us to talk about the post that I did this week talking about the exes. But before we get into this week, I wanted to talk about the one that you were very vocal on last week.
Which one was that?
Hold on, let me get
So I know it was several of them.
I know, but this one you was going back and forth, and I was like, okay, that's when we was like, just forget it, don't worry about it. So this was the one with what's her name, Katie and Marion. They met through a mutual friend at church. Marion was divorced and made it clear he was looking for a wife. He was 51 and Katie was 44. So he made it clear that he was looking for a wife, dated Katie for about 4 months, wanted her to move in with him. She was like, hold up, Slim, this going too fast. And so she thought about it, but then she was like, she can't do it. 2 months later, he got engaged to somebody else, but told their mutual friend that he wanted to marry Katie, though, for real. So what did you say about all of that?
Okay, wait a minute. So Katie, didn't Katie say she missed him?
Yeah, she said she missed him and she wanted to know whether she should reach out to him.
Yeah, come on with the story now. Come on with the story. see, you got to tell the whole thing now. Katie, with her thirst ass, she all of a sudden now, she want to still go back where she was when she told the man, no, we moving too fast.
Yeah.
So, okay. And I remember saying something similar like, Katie, first of all, they talking to too many different people. Why don't they talk to each other? That's number one. They need to talk to each other. We say this all the time on your post about these questions. But other than that, he said he really wanted to marry, he really wanted to marry Katie. But she got the word from somebody else, and she told somebody she wanted to know should she go and say something to him because she heard he said that when that person told her that he said that. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's never too late to be honest. I don't think it's never wrong to be honest or upfront. Go to him and talk to him. She should have went straight over there to him, and she should have, pulled him to the side if she could. Call him after church because I'm sure his girl somewhere in the vicinity at the church. So yeah, so go to him and talk to him. I still don't understand why they couldn't even, be cordial with each other to the point to where they can still have these types of conversations. But it's obvious they don't talk at all. But I think Katie need to either go to him or go about her business because she shouldn't have never. I don't understand why they split because she said that it was moving too fast, unless she never really explained herself fully to him.
So she said it was moving too fast, so he started distancing himself, and then he ended the relationship.
That's right. So I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him to a point. Because, I mean, what is he waiting for? What is he going to stay around for? What are he going to sit there and chill out with Katie for when he could be by himself and meet somebody else that is not ready to move in, but ready to have a relationship and not have so many strings attached to put him on layaway, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But see, here's my thing. And what Trisha just said, you don't think he was dating both of them at the same time? Like if he said, okay, 4 months after dating Katie, he want her to move in. 2 months after they broke up, he engaged to somebody else. Why he ain't get engaged to Katie first? He just gonna move in first and then get engaged? Like how you move on so fast after that?
That's true. That's true. Like Trisha say, he could have been seeing her at the same time, but you got to realize they both at the church.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So Mary can't carry this by herself now. You got them girls at the church after marrying, and she knew Mary was with Katie for 4 months. So
she probably did.
Yeah. So Mary can't hold this all by himself. Maybe he knew the girl he with now before Katie. You know what I'm saying? But we just speculating. But either way it go, I get what you saying, and that is homeboy moving too fast. True. He moving kind of fast.
You engaged, and then he made it clear. Now, he already divorced. I don't know how long he was divorced, but he made it clear he was ready to get married with this fine. You know, he made his intentions known. But dang, dude, like, you that president?
Yeah, Mary need to slow down a little bit. Mary do need to slow down a little bit, but at the same time, I'm gonna put some on both of them. Mary need to slow down for a little bit, and Katie need to go talk to him and let him know how she feel, and give him some type of I won't say ultimatum, because women shouldn't give a man an ultimatum. She should go to him and speak her mind and let him know really how she feel, and that she wouldn't mind kicking it with him and being with him and all those types of things, as long as he take his time to let her get to know him, get comfortable, and they go from there. You know what I'm saying? Take all these other people out of it. They talk to each other and work this out, and stop looking like two hoes in the church.
Wait. It might be a big church, though. You know, big churches, you know, they spread. They got a lot of services, you know, so you might not see each other.
That's what make it worse. that's what make it worse.
And Trisha
what
say
they think it's a church, it ain't a concert, huh?
Trisha say 2 months is too quick, and so is 4 months. So he trying to move too fast.
Yeah. I think so. But at the same time, notice that the other young lady is okay with it. You know what I'm saying? The other, that just goes to show you the difference in women and the differences in men with women. We only do what y'all allow. See what I'm saying? Right. Katie wasn't going to allow for 4 months. The other helpful, she go allow for after 2 months.
She say, I'm down for whatever.
So Mary can't carry this. Did Trisha just say they may have 2 services?
Yeah.
Come on, Trisha. Yeah. But it's still, that's what it is. It goes to what they allow.
Yeah. You just said something. You said a woman shouldn't give a man an ultimatum. What you mean? Say something about that.
Well, I've heard them talk about, you know, these guys, you know, he's seeing somebody else, and you know, and he was seeing me, and the next day, you know, I told him he got to make up his mind whether he want to be with me, if he want to be with her, you know, and then all this and all that. You got them that go and cheat. You know, you got them that then they want to give him an ultimatum. You cheating on me, and I ain't finna go for this, and you know, give him ultimatum in that manner. Or either they do the we've been dating long enough, and you need to make up your mind if you go marry me or whatever. Okay, you can look at some as ultimatums. You can look at some of them as she's tired of wasting her time, or she's tired of feeling like she's wasting her time. Again, she's taking time to get to know this guy, so she should be able to know why he's not proposing so fast or whatever. But when it comes to the ultimatums, especially the one where they cheat, how you gonna tell this man what you gonna do if he cheat on you again? Instead of you just do it. Don't threaten him. Don't get this man ultimatum, because guess what? Now he gonna learn how to do it slicker. He gonna do it another way. You know what I'm saying? You better call me every so often. She calling him. She popping up at his job. She keeping tabs on him or whatever the case. You can do all that childish stuff you want to. If y'all say y'all got this woman's intuition, really? Well, if you got intuition, really? Yeah. Well, your intuition telling you already, if you listen to your intuition, that you being a damn fool for this dude. Period.
Yeah. Trisha said if you have to make a man choose, he already did when he was cheating on you.
There it is. There it is. You go sit up here and you go tell him. I mean, what man finna sit up here and woman cheat on him, and he go to her and he go tell her, well, you better not do it again, because if you do it again, I'm gonna take these kids and I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna get child support and I'm gonna get alimony. Do you think they thinking about that when they cheating?
But what about this situation? If we took cheating off the table, right? So let's say a man and a woman was in a relationship. Let's say in the beginning of the relationship, he asked her, you know, how long is too long to date before we go into marriage? She tell him 2 years, right? So they get to the end of the second year and he ain't proposed and nothing like that, right? So then she thought, you know, what's up? Oh, no, this what happened. This is a true life story. So they get to the end of the 2 years, right? So they somewhere, and then somebody approached the man. He knew the man. Another guy approached the man and was like, you know, what's up, man? You know, I've been seeing her for a long time. When you gonna get married? He was like, I ain't never getting married. In front of the girlfriend, right? So then the girl, right, you know, because she already told him how long. So then she like, oh, really? So then, you know, later on in the week, she like, oh, nah, I'm good. I'm out. You know, they weren't living together, but she would be over his house. So she started packing up her stuff that she had over there, and she went home and was like, nah, I ain't trying to date you forever, you know? So would that be considered an ultimatum, or her just putting her foot down? Like, I told you, I ain't trying to do 2 years, and you know, up here taking me for granted.
Right. Now, that's what I was saying earlier. You got something that's ultimate. You got some just her just stating what she feel and how she's really, you know, I'm not going to do this no more. And that's one of those situations. That's not really an ultimatum. That is really her sticking to her word when he didn't stick to his own. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he go sit up there and say this in front of the guy is not the thing. Who cares? Because he could have just been joking with homeboy. You know what I'm saying? He just putting on in front of the girl. You know, man, I ain't never marry her to keep him out of business. Out of their business. But at the same time, behind closed doors, dude, you know, you do know 6 months before them 2 years was up, it was a year and a half, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, so dude should have been, if you serious, if you wasn't serious. What's, you know, again, this is why I always say people need to be friends first. So y'all can always talk about anything, everything at any time. Of course, I'm not going to say why one is tired, but y'all make time to sit down at the round table and have an open discussion about what y'all already discussed in the beginning. As they say, what you bring to the table. Bring to the table what matter. Honesty, respect, trust, admiration, consideration, communication. Or bring that to the table. Don't nobody care about your credit score and all that nonsense. Bring those things to the table. Then that way y'all can always have the table open, where y'all can talk about them, because before those 2 years up, she shouldn't have waited until 2 years. She should have went to him and said something to him prior to that, and he should have been okay with talking to her about that, because that's his friend. You know what I'm saying? Before you girlfriend, boyfriend, before you husband, wife, before you spouse, baby mama, baby daddy, kind of whatever the hell, y'all need to be friends first. So y'all can consistently talk to one another and not feel like you being badgered, you're being given an ultimatum and all those types of things. You just talking. So that's what they should have did.
So in that scenario, she was just going with the flow. Probably wasn't even really thinking about it until he made that comment. It's like, wait, hold up. Wait, I thought we was on the same page. So then she put her foot down and caused distance. And then, you know, that same week, he like, hold up, wait, I don't want to lose her. So they married now, but it's like, you know, he wasn't gonna let that go. He know he wasn't gonna let that go. Just back to feet. He was like, wait, hold up, I'm sorry.
So let me ask you this. Okay, are they happy?
Yeah, they are.
They happy. So what was his reason for carrying it to 2 months? He was 2 years to the complete 2 years. They went 2 years, right?
Yeah, he was scared. He was still holding on to what happened in his past relationship.
There it is. Which is why I said earlier that if she's going to put this type of pressure on him, you've been dating him, you should be able to watch him, talk to him, learn him to find out why he's doing certain things because of what happened in the past. And as to why you got to be open with him and talk to him to help make him feel some sort of way okay, secure. It's okay to do that with me. I got your back. You know, I'm cool with you. I'm not gonna do what she did or whatever the case. I mean, we do it with women. Well, supposedly, we do it with y'all in certain things. You know what I'm saying? We help y'all carry y'all bags. In other words, you know what I'm saying?
Now wait.
That's all I can say on that, because I think if it was me, I wouldn't have went that long. But
but you know, people had they different things. Miss Murder said, wait, you do need to check the credit score. You said the credit score don't matter. She said, wait, hold up. You do need to check that score.
It don't matter. The credit score don't matter. What does credit score do? What does that go do? Black people done got so far away from where we came from. We didn't we back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, credit wasn't nothing like that. Credit and stuff is all that's all today's world stuff, and it matters when it comes to the world now. It's like they check it to get you a job, or they check it for you to get your car, whatever the case. But you don't know what a person went through as far as in why their credit score could be in one way or another. So you shouldn't judge a person according to their credit score. You deal with a person according to their character, their ambition, and what are they accomplishing, or what have they accomplished when y'all got together to be friends, to get to know one another. You don't exonerate someone because they got a bad credit score. Who cares?
Now, what about? You said it. What'd you say?
If they got a high credit score, does that make them any better? No. What does that mean then?
Wait, let me see what somebody said. What value would credit score add to a relationship? They could have fixed a problem that caused them to have bad credit. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, some people, though, think that a credit score is associated with the person's character. Like if they have bad money mismanagement, then it's like, okay, well, what kind of character do you have? You're not handling your responsibilities.
Oh, okay. That's what they think. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's but anybody else could chime in on that. But I think you got a point. You know, just because you can't base it just on that. Ask questions, find out more about the person, because it could just mean they had a rough, time in their life, something happened. So not going off of that, but
I know good people who go through divorces, and the wife was helping the guy, or the guy was helping the wife. Okay, they go their separate ways, and here it is. Now he's having to, like right now, I know a couple that's going through a divorce, and she was the one who was doing everything. She made the most, and he was there. He worked. But now they're going through a divorce. He want everything, so she giving him everything. So now she don't have the fancy car no more. She moving out the house and everything of the sort, because that's the agreement. It's not that he's putting her out, and she say, okay, I'm cool. So she's giving up everything. So now she's moving on. So she's starting over. She got the children, and she's starting over. And if her credit score was kind of crazy because homeboy wasn't doing his part in the relationship, and she couldn't, say for instance, she's carrying him. And she got to pay the bill. She got to do everything. Say for instance, she was late a few times, her credit score took a couple of hits. I mean, what you gonna do, knock her? I mean, what do we do when we're trying to get in a relationship? Why do people try to, you say you want a relationship, am I correct? People say they want a relationship, right? Okay, well, why do you try to find reasons to not build it with a person? Why do you try? It's like people try to find reasons to exonerate somebody. You try to find a way to get out of it. You try to find something to say, nah, look at you. That's what I got on you. Really? I mean, we're grown here. If we're grown, talk to one another, learn what one another got going on, learn how they're trying to correct certain things in their lives. And if you can help them. If you don't like that person, go on down the road. But if you like the person, give that person a chance and stop trying to find reasons to say, I don't want to be with that person. Because believe me, they can do the same thing if they was being petty like you.
Yeah. And that's the truth. It's hard to have a conversation and read the comments all at the same time to make sure I'm listening to you. And then I'm like, oh, what people said. Well, okay, so we'll have to come back to the question. But basically, people saying, it could be a lot of reasons why somebody has a bad credit score. So that shouldn't be the only reason.
I could get real. And you know this.
Yeah.
I could get real about that for a second. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pull back on that one.
Okay. Yeah.
So we talk about something else.
I got something that you just mentioned, though. It's finding the balance, because when you said that some of us, maybe men and women, but I know women, we do it. It's like a gotcha. Like we come to the table with this list of things that we want, and we just checking the box and treating them like, a job applicant or something like that, instead of developing, a friendship and just getting to know them as a person. I haven't even gotten to the point of, considering you as somebody that I would want to be with long term, because I don't even know you. Let me just focus on getting to know you first instead of checking all these boxes. You know what I mean?
Correct.
But that's where it comes into too, because it's like, okay, I got my list. It's the first day I'm looking for stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like finding the balance. Not to say that you want to spend time with people that just don't seem like, y'all are on the same page, but it's just for me, it's like finding the balance. Like just go in it real easy, real, laid back or whatever, chill, relax, get to know the person.
Open mind.
Yeah, open-minded. Yeah, instead of just like having a wall up, because I think a lot of us go into it with the wall up, just with our defenses, like this shield. Like I gotta shield myself from this dude or whatever. Like, what? He ain't even done nothing. You don't even know who this is. He is not the dude from the last situation. You know, like what are you doing?
That's
just
right.
Chill out.
That's right.
Really?
That's right.
Yeah.
And I say that to people a lot of times. You know, again, I keep on stressing this same thing. And I've asked people this question when I've been in meetings and groups with other people talking about it, you know, single people, married people, divorced people, whatever, widowed and all. Yeah. And I always ask this same question. Listen, ladies, let me ask you a question. Would y'all rather be friends first or go straight into a relationship? And you know what the question, you know what they always answer.
What?
Oh, friends. Oh, yeah. I'd rather be friends. I'd rather be friends first. Okay, well, if you'd rather be friends first, how come you don't treat him like you treat your best friend?
Come on now. Come with it.
How come you don't treat him like you did with your best guy friend? Because y'all always say y'all got these guy friends, and y'all have guys that y'all date that have women friends. Okay, well, if he's treating you cool like one of the so-called, you know, not per se fellas, but I'm just going to say fellas. If he's treating you cool, he's open, he's upfront, he's honest.
Uh-oh.
He's being, my phone rung.
I was going to say, wait, what?
Okay, he's being himself with you. Well, then why aren't you doing that with him? Because here you come with this expectation mess.
Yeah.
You want this man to open doors for you. Okay, cool. He don't owe you no open door. But if he want to open the door for you, he open the door. If you was his girlfriend, just his friend, I bet he don't run and open the door for her. That's his girl. He cool. They ride, they chill. You know, he go over her house, chill out. Hey, what's up, girl? Da, da, da. Hey, you know, everybody know her, and that's just his friend. Okay, you want him to drive his best car. You want him to take it to these restaurants. You want him to pay for the dinners. You want him to do everything. You know, you want this guy to do all of these different types of things, but that's not what friends do.
Yeah.
You know, that's not what friends do. Friends are friends. And if you're friends, then you chill, get to know him, talk, be open, be upfront, be honest, stop with these expectations.
Yeah.
And then once you stop with these expectations, then you can really get to know every man or every woman you come in contact with. Really get to know them. Then you decide if y'all want to have a relationship.
Yeah. What, Joanne, what you talking about? You said don't put everybody in the same category. Oh, I guess some people. Oh, okay. I think she's saying don't put everybody in the same category.
Joan, no one can speak for everybody, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for those this apply to. Because there's a lot of them out there that's doing that. You've been married for, what you say, Joan, 10 years down, baby, in 10 years, what is it, 17? So 2007, believe me, the dating stuff is totally different. It's a complete different thing in ways that people out there dating nowadays. You heard them talk about the credit and all that stuff, right? Okay, so Joan, it's a lot of stuff out here that's changed now. It's not the same.
Okay, yeah. So what I want to talk about was the post from this week. We talk about these ex situation. So the one that I posted yesterday, it was a woman who's been in a relationship with a dude for 10 months, right? The man is divorced. He has 2 kids with his ex-wife. Him and his ex-wife are still in business together. They flip houses. So the new girlfriend of 10 months comes over to the man's house, see the man and the ex-wife, I guess, sitting at the table discussing the next house that they're going to flip. The kids running around, and she looking like, hold up, y'all looking like a nice little happy family. I feel like an outsider, you know, so she's trying to figure out what should she do in that situation. He's saying it ain't no big deal. You know, we in this business together. We've been in this business together, and that's all it is professional. I don't want her, you know, and we just in business together. That's it. So she's trying to figure out, you know, what should she do? Should she talk to him about ending the business and the relationship, you know, the professional relationship with his ex-wife? Like, what should she do? That's the first scenario. We'll get to the second one in a minute.
Hello? Y'all there?
Yeah.
Okay, because 10 months?
Yeah.
So they ain't flipped the house in 10 months?
Huh?
He ain't told you what he do in 10 months. He ain't told you he deal with his ex-wife flipping houses in 10 months. So I guess maybe now that she see it for herself when she walked in the house, and they're not hiding nothing because they're in the house. She walked in, which means he's not hiding anything.
Right. Maybe she got a key.
She got a key. And hey, maybe he went to open the door and let her in. The kids are there. The kids, if they're respectful, they say, "Hey, Miss Daddy Girlfriend." You know what I'm saying?
Miss Daddy Girlfriend, yeah.
So if the ex-wife ain't tripping, saying, "Who is this?" and I don't want my kids around her. Well, I ain't know nothing about her. We still kicking around. We still doing our thing. If the ex-wife ain't doing none of that, baby, find you something else to do.
Yeah.
Don't. Here we go. You trying to find a reason to exonerate this man. Let that man be a man. Let that man handle his business that he was handling before you came along 10 months ago. And let that man and that grown woman that's in your face handling their business. As long as that woman wasn't disrespectful to you, don't be disrespectful to their situation. They don't have nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It's not about you 10 months from now, y'all getting married or y'all not getting married, whatever the case is, because of her. If y'all relationship don't work, let it not work because of you and him. Don't let it not be working because of her and him, which don't even exist no more, obviously, because they in your face. Right. So if they're being upfront and honest in your face, then go with the flow, baby. If you got an issue, yeah, it's okay. Again, friends, talk to him. Yeah. Boy, that when I tell you I came in here today, that felt kind of uncomfortable. What felt uncomfortable? When I walked in and saw you and her together and the kids, and I just, forgive me, I was just feeling kind of, well, don't worry about that. Ain't nothing between me and her, me and you. We this, she know, the kids know, and everything is good. Just reassure her. If that's what you need to do as a man to make your woman feel good, reassure her there ain't nothing going on and keep moving.
And see, that was my main thing with it. So as a woman walking into that situation, let's say as I speak for myself, because I can't speak for all women. Let me not say as all women feel this way. But for me, walking into that situation, let's say he probably told me, I knew everything. They were flipping houses. It's one thing to hear about something, but to walk into it, that is like, oh, wait, you start looking around like, oh, y'all, oh, okay. It'll probably do something to me in the beginning. Like, wait, this
yeah,
maybe I should.
That's understandable.
I think, something. It'll trigger something, but then I would have to get myself together. But I would have to have a conversation with him because I feel like the communication is off. Like, tell me when she gonna be over there. Ain't nowhere else y'all can meet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know so I won't be caught off guard. And then I'm looking like,
I got you. I didn't think of that.
Get myself together and put my face on, or what? Not even put a face on, but just kind of get myself together so I don't have an attitude, in this situation. And then boundaries. I think some kind of boundary needs to happen. Like, I'm cool with you flipping houses or whatever, but like you said, reassure me that, everything is good. Don't have me thinking and my mind going, and then I'm creating stories in my head about what y'all doing. If you just real chill with it and like, oh, it ain't no big thing, if you missing my feelings, then that's going to make me feel some type of way. So
I didn't look at it like that, but I see exactly what you're saying. And because he should have told his girl, hey, if you coming over here today, Boom Boom Felicia gonna be over here with the churn. So me and her doing some business, which is why I say I can't understand why she don't know this is what he was doing when they've been kicking it for 10 months. What they've been doing for 10 months? Screwing? Yeah. What you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you know this, well then again, it goes both ways. He should have said, hey, this heifer gonna be over here today. And she should have been ready for heifer when she got there. Like you said, come in the house, have your little makeup on, because they're always gonna try to look better than the ex. So, come on in there, because I'm quite sure when she walked in the door, she probably busted the door like, oh, hey.
Right, exactly. Like, that'll catch anybody off guard.
Yeah. So there it is.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. And that's understandable. So I get your point, and I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah,
he could have did it like that.
Huh?
Yeah, he could have did. He could have did that. Yeah, but once he do it now, it's like Birdman. Put some respect on his name because he ain't gonna say it no more.
Wait. He said, I ain't finna trying to reassure you now. I told you one time we could.
Exactly. Because the next time she come in the house and she coming up with this look on her face and he's sitting there with old girl, you know, and they going over this $1 million house. I mean, y'all selling Happy Jack house. If y'all selling something, and this helper, helper, let me tell you something, helper. What you ain't finna do is come up in here while me and this helper sitting up in the house in business, and you come up in there with your attitude. Now you can go around the corner, the Dairy Queen, till we get through. You know what I'm saying? Cause what you ain't finna do is mess up me and her for money. You got that there? You know what I'm saying?
Cause you ain't complaining when they go on the roof press and all that
exactly. Stuff. Yeah, you ain't saying nothing when y'all rolling out. You know what I'm saying? When y'all
buying you the diamonds with this flip the house money, you ain't saying that.
Exactly. Yeah, so go somewhere and sit your thirsty ass down now. Go sit down now. Yeah, go on back. Hey, go on back to the room with the churn now. Go on in there with the churn and sit down till me and Heifer finish.
She back there babysitting while he in the meeting with his ex-wife.
Yeah. She back there telling the churn, call me mama. Tell y'all daddy y'all like me so I can stay around.
I can't with you. I ain't stupid.
Yeah. So
okay. Well, that's how
I look at that. Huh? I said, that's how I look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sit down somewhere.
The first one. That's the first one. So then let me see what you're gonna say about this second one.
Oh boy.
So here's a woman. She been with her dude for 6 months, right? The man has an ex-girlfriend that he has not been with in 7 years, but they have a 13-year-old daughter or child together. The ex and his mother are still really, really close. So the new girlfriend of 6 months is trying to figure out or got an issue with the ex-girlfriend and the mama being real close. And the dude, like, what you mean? I can't control who my mama friends with. Like, you know, I'm not with her no more. We ain't been together 7 years. Like, why you worrying about that? So what you say?
Girl, get your ass somewhere and sit down. Get your monkey ass somewhere and sit down. You sitting up here. Girl, if my daughter, if I've been done with this here chick for 7 years, and we got a 13-year-old daughter, and I've been done with her for 7, let's tell you how many years we was together. Yeah. We've been apart longer than we was together.
Right.
So my mom and her, that's their stuff. I mean, if me and my mama don't stay together and we roll up over there, here we go again. All these men in these scenarios aren't hiding anything.
Yeah, they open with it,
Which don't mean just because they open and not hide that they're not doing it. But at the same time, the average woman with class don't sit around and let a man do her dirty and have another one in her face unless she's stupid. You see what I'm saying? So if he roll up at his mama house and the ex there and the church and the little 13-year-old girl running around and his mama sitting there talking to the ex, when he pull up with Felicia, what if Shanae sitting there and Shanae don't start popping herself in the head and asking, what is this? Who is this? What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? What's the problem? So girl, sit your ass down somewhere and mind your business. Because my mammy and her ain't got nothing to do with me and you, for number one. Number two, this is the problem with sometimes the future chick or man, because these old dudes be in their feelings too, but whatever. How you get a problem with with the person's ex when the ex and them get along. It's like sometimes I noticed lately, I see in a lot of conversations and scenarios, even on Facebook, where the person who come in, they not satisfied unless there's some drama between the exes and that person they kicking it with. Why are you trying to start some drama? If the mama and the ex getting along, and that's the grandmama's grandbaby, as long as they're respectful, as long as everybody's respectful, what's the problem? Sit your thirsty ass down somewhere and stop trying to cause a problem. Because what you can do, and this is where it goes to where men have to watch the type of women they choose. Because they all, I'm so sick of seeing these dudes right up picking these old scallywags, and then when they get them, and they you know, you done stun it, you done showed her, you showboated, you done sexed her, y'all done did your thing. Now all of a sudden everything she do getting on your nerves, and it's dude, you chose her. So dude better see what this heifer doing now. Because she about to cause a problem. Instead of coming in as a possible stepmother, who can be positive and be with the ex and the mother and the little girl, and they all have this village that everybody always holler about. Oh, it take a village to raise the child. Here go this helper acting like the fox, the one with that thing off of Yellow Brick Road or whatever, the one with the satin cap on his head, looking like these girls will be running around with the satin cap. The wolf with the big eyes. What big eyes you have? Here you go going to the grandmama house trying to cause a problem. You know what I'm saying? So go somewhere and sit down and let them do what's working for them. You figure out, I think his name was Jason, right?
Yeah.
The guy in it. Okay. Yeah. You figure out if you and Jason go be together. Because if I was Jason, I cut her off. Yeah. I cut her off. I wouldn't even want you around with that negative energy. I wouldn't even want your negative energy around me, because I already see you are not coming in with an open mind to be able to get along with, first of all, respect me. And what I already have my bond with my ex as far as my child go. You know, now my mama and my ex get along, that's their business. Ain't got nothing to do with me and you, because we ain't finna stay with them if we were to carry on a relationship. So worry about me and you, shawty. Don't worry about my mama and her business with them. Yeah. That's it.
So, and that's a good point, especially the part about if he has a cordial relationship with his ex, like that is a beautiful thing, you know, and not to cause any drama with that, because everybody can't say that. You always hear about this baby mama drama and all this kind of stuff, but it sounds like he's mature, you know, and they have, maybe they did have some drama in the past, but now they have gotten to the point where they're being cordial. They don't have no issues, you know, and so you want it to stay that way, especially for the new girlfriend coming in. You don't want it to be any drama, because that's more stuff that you have to deal with. But I remember a time when I was in that situation. I've been on both sides, but I'll speak to the side of this young lady being in that situation. So I was dating this guy probably, I don't know how many months it was going in. I went to a family cookout with him, and the ex-girlfriend was there. And because he had been with the ex-girlfriend longer than I, you know, he had a relationship. She had a relationship with the mother. So I ain't gonna lie, coming in, it's like, you know, it made me feel some type of way, because it's like, dang, they all close. And once again, you just feel like an outsider. So you have to kind of, you know, I had to kind of check myself, because it just hits you like, dang, you know, they all close or whatever. But that's the first, you know, my first response or thoughts, like, dang, this feels kind of awkward. So now I got to be like, hey, Miss Shirley, you know, she over there wrapping it up with Miss Shirley. Like it is uncomfortable. So it is something that you have to, especially if you continue to go to the cookouts and that kind of stuff, and you see the in there, like it does take an adjustment for me to be like, okay, wait, let me stop tripping. But you know, I did feel some type of way, but I had to work through it.
And that's good. You worked through it, and you worked your way out of it too, because you ain't with him no more, right?
No.
See what I'm saying? So there we go. It didn't even last. It didn't even work. You see what I'm saying?
It didn't work. Yeah.
And this is why I'm so glad we are different. I just wish more people, just like I think her name was Joan said earlier, and I was telling her, we all different. But this is why, because I'm glad. See me, if I see a chick I'm interested in, I ain't think about her mama, her daddy, her ex. I ain't think about none of that, because they don't come with her as a package. Well, let me say this. Let me rephrase that, because this day and time they do come with a package. There's a package. That's what get on my nerves. That's why I cut so many of them off, because they come with their mammies. I ain't got time for that. So let me say this.
I got a good relationship with my mama. Don't talk about us.
I got a great relationship with my mom and stepmom. You know what I'm talking about. Don't even go there. So the thing about this is, that's a subject we need to talk about too. That's another one. But here it is. I'm not concerned about that. All I want to know is get to know her. She get to know me. We friendly. Whatever. Because see, me myself, I feel like if we would learn to appreciate the choice we make, we would start worrying about the choices they made. You see what I'm saying?
Come on, Pastor, say that again.
If you focus on the choices that you're making right now, both of y'all, you wouldn't be so tuned in and focused on the choices they made in the past. If you say people change, if you say people grow, if you all this old cliche conversation and stuff that people be running out their mouth with that they don't live by, that they don't believe. Because if they did, they wouldn't be doing the same crap they did before to keep them in the same boat they in, which is single, miserable, mad, upset, angry, hurt, all that kind of stuff. You could move forward past those things. If you stop putting other people in a box, because that means if you still doing that, that means you in a box yourself. So if you would appreciate the person, if like I say, if I pick this woman, I picked her because her personality is great. She's attractive, because it don't, I got to be attracted. I'm attracted to her. Her personality is great. We get along. All of those things that make me and her want to kick it with each other and get to know more about each other. That's where my focus is. When I go around her family, of course, as talkative as I am and as forward as I am when I'm opening my mouth, I'm a very reserved person when I go around strangers. I'm very laid back. So I'm laid back because I'm an observer. Because I'm just an observer. I can go into why, but I'm just an observer. So once I observe, then I start opening up. But at the same time, I can be a sociable person as well. But it's according on how you approach me or how you accept my approach when I come at you. But I said all that to say this. If I got you and you got me, I'm so happy that we getting along that I finally got somebody that like me and I like them. We're mutual and we're on a mutual page. I don't care about if Shanae there, Marcus there. I don't care. I don't care. Marcus, look at what you used to have. I got her now. That's my attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That type of guy I am. Dude, watch what I do with what you didn't want.
Yeah.
Watch how I treat what you didn't treat right. Or watch whatever reason he there hanging out with her mama. I don't care. Because I'm finna show you if you got a beef with me. If you, whatever your reason, you don't want me around your child, whatever. When you see me with your child, I'm going to put on the best relationship that I can privately and publicly with that child. Ain't going to be nothing fake and phone. It's going to be real. So I said all that to say this. Again, focus on what y'all could have. Being positive, having friendships, doing things together, making her feel good, because everything couldn't have been on him. Everything don't have to be on her, but that ain't my business. So I'm going to stay out of that. Don't talk to me about your ex stuff and everything of the sort, because I could care less. All I want to do is focus on me and you so we can get together, be together, and do stuff together. The end.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Yes. And I agree. I just think Trisha just said something. Women are more emotional. Men don't care to a point. And I think that's, I won't say all women, because all women are not like that. But for some of us, our emotions can get the best of us where we start to worry and focus on the wrong thing. But I think you're right. We have to shift our perspective when we go into, feeling some type of way or just feeling whatever we may feel when the other woman comes in the room or when the ex comes in the room or we hear about her or hear about her still being a part of the family. I think some of us do get triggered, but it's like, okay, let me focus on this relationship. Who is this guy? Who is he showing me that he is? You know, what is his character like? Is this someone that I can see myself with long term? Am I developing a friendship? And not get so focused, because I think those thoughts can interfere with the relationship, and we start to create drama that doesn't even exist. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's like controlling our mind, controlling our emotions, really. And it's not easy, but I think when we notice that's what we're doing, sometimes we just flow with it and don't even notice that's what we're doing. But I think it's getting to the point of, you know what, I'm tripping right now. Yeah, he ain't done nothing that would make me feel like, you know, he's this type of person or he's still with her. But I need to focus on, you know what I'm saying, that I'm with him now. Whatever happened with him didn't work out. So let me focus on, you know, cultivating this relationship and not allowing who I think
all to it.
My issues to get into it. Yeah. So yeah. So what Trisha said, I agree.
Oh, the thing acted up. Okay, you back.
Oh, it said I agree. We start comparing from our past.
I don't know what's happening, but
you see?
I guess the signal kind of was messing up because it was kind of cutting up. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. Okay. Well, to say something about what Trisha said.
Yeah.
This whole thing, first of all, men and women, we need to just stop with the comparison. Men and women got the same issues. We got the same feelings. We have the same results. We got the same expectations, same answers, same. Ain't no different. Men and women are all the same to be so different. Women got emotions. Men have emotions. We should deal with them differently. But however, when dealt with in the wrong way, they all do the same thing. They destroy, they ruin, they corrupt, and they kill. What could have been, and if you would have handled yourself without being so, because emotions are good. People handle their emotions in the bad way because that's their choice of dealing with it. But emotions are good to have. Emotions are good to talk about. Emotions are good to express. It's okay to cry. It's okay to scream. It's okay. It's not okay to hit. It's not okay to punch. It's not okay to fight. It's not okay to do those things. But emotions are good to have. So people need to stop acting like it's okay. It's not okay to have emotions. You in your feelings. It's okay to get in your feelings. It's okay. So people need to stop that. Now, as for the term that people put that in, that women are emotional and men don't really care that much, that's a lie. If that was true, you wouldn't have so many men in jail. You wouldn't have so many men that killed another man. You wouldn't have so many men doing so many foul things to other men. They care about that woman. No matter how stupid he was when he was with her, cheating on her, whatever he did, he cared about that woman. And he cared about his child, whatever the reasons that he's in his feelings and he's acting stupid with some of his emotions possibly.
Yeah.
We care just like women do. And it ain't no different because when a man walk up, say for instance, I'm kicking it with a young lady and she got a child. Homeboy there with the daddy. Now, when I come up with the daughter, me and her kicking it, I pull up. This our first time seeing each other. He over there with the daddy because they working on a car. And he come to get a car part from the dad. I pull up in the car, I got the car. When I get out, here we go. Men don't really care. Men don't get in their feelings. Men don't. Time I pull up and I see the car, she see the car. I don't know who he is. She say, oh boy, there go Rico. Who is Rico? Oh, that's my ex. Oh, okay. There I am. Bim, ears go up like a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, well, all right. He all right? Yeah, he cool. Oh, okay. So I got the car. Her daddy see me and her got the car. Daddy already know who I am. I got the car. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Whatever your name is. Hey, dude. You know, and he, hey, all right then. Oh boy, hey man, how you doing? That's all he did.
Yeah.
What I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's obvious. He know now I'm her dude.
Mm-hmm.
There he go in his feelings.
Mm-hmm.
There he go in his emotions.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to, oh, that's all you gonna do, bro? Oh, that's it? Man, I ain't stuck. I'm gonna go around now. If anything, I tell my girl, don't get out the car. I'm gonna go around and open my door.
Yeah.
Take her out the car.
You finna show out now.
You know what I'm saying? What? You know what I'm saying? I'm finna walk up to the door holding her hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take her in the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I might go back there to speak to her dad. What y'all? Hey, what's up? What's up? And might call her daddy in his face. Hey, what's up, pops? Daddy, what's up, dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And when you show this cat, I don't care about you doing this here. You can do that there. You let your head fall, do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. I don't care what you do, homeboy. I got that there right there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do what I can. If we pass the friendship stage, we're in a relationship or whatever the case, I'm going to do what I can to keep her. And she's doing what she can to keep me. We're going to be all right.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I have to say about that. Focus on y'all.
I think that, what time it is? We done talk past 9 o'clock, but this the last thing. But I think it's 9:01. But I think that's a good, right, it's like whatever. I think that's a good point you made of saying that men have emotions too, because I think that's the misconception that a lot of women have, that y'all don't have emotions. Because there are some who, try to stuff it down, or, some men are taught that that's not masculine for you to cry, or, just suck it up when you see a little boy crying and all that kind of stuff. That's teaching him that his emotions are not valid and that he shouldn't express them. So it's a lot of women feel that men don't have emotions, and it's a lot of women don't like it when men show their emotions. It's like, oh, you being a punk, you being this or you being that. But I think it's a good,
Oh yeah. Oh, they do that all.
I'm telling you, some people feel that way.
Yeah.
Women feel that way. But I think you make a good point when you say that our emotions are a good thing. We treat them like they're a bad thing, and we try to stuff them down and feel. But it's human to feel emotions, and like you said, it's a lot of guys show their emotions like through anger or whatever, but they're still expressing them. We may express them in different ways, but we still all have them. Yeah.
Well, and to go along with that is, it's like people don't understand. It's like they pick at crackheads, they pick at alcoholics, they pick at, all of the people who doing certain things that really is harmful to that person. It ain't harming you, but you picking at them. I have been one that I joke and say stuff, I say stuff, but I mean to actually come down and criticize and try to make them jump off a bridge. I don't do that type of stuff. But what I'm trying to say is, I know people who've been alcoholics. I know people who own drugs. I know people who have done all types of things. And if you ever go back and talk to that person and check with that person, you'll find out there's something that they didn't deal with that got them, doing this.
Absolutely.
And that's because they did not deal with their emotions about it, their feelings about it, and all of those types of things.
Yeah.
So that is what they resulted to. Like me, what I've gone through in life, ain't no telling what I should have been doing, could have been doing, ought to did. But however, mine is cause. Mine is restoring cause. People wonder, you got so many cars. Worry about your business. Don't worry about mine. It ain't costing you nothing. So don't worry about me. How many cars you got now? As many. I'll buy yours if you mess with me. If that's what I want. You understand what I'm saying? So I deal with my letdowns or just things, whatever. When I remember once upon a time, I said this to somebody. When I used to, get a little girlfriend or something, somebody I'm kicking it with, when I used to truck over the road, when we used to have an argument or when we weren't getting along or when the relationship ended, I always said it. They said, why are you still single? Because I like my job. First of all, I like my career, what I'm in. But when something don't work out with her, man, I get on the road and be gone. I put that behind me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go. Yeah. And then I'm like, Anthony, why you do that? These are conversations I have with myself. And then it come back to, now it's like every time something don't work out, I go buy another car.
So that's the way you cope. That's what I was going to say. It's not just anybody, on drugs or alcohol. Like, we all have different ways that we cope. Some things are healthy. Some people go to sex. Some people go, to porn. You never know what somebody. All of us have different ways of coping with stuff. Sometimes it's healthy. Sometimes it's not. Some of us eat. It ain't caught up with me yet, but I like to eat.
That's
so,
it.
you know, but all of us do something. That's just to make us feel better when we're going through stuff. So, you know, it's not just drug addicts or alcoholics or whatever. You know, we all have vices.
And it's all due to emotions, which is the problem today with the kids and all that kind of stuff. You know, we're not going to go into that, but that's what's wrong. People not teaching people, kids, adults, whatever. Even kids see how we deal with our emotions.
Yeah,
and they start picking it up. You know what I'm saying? But you got to deal with your emotions in a good way.
Yeah.
That's all. That's
it.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, we done had a good conversation. We probably could have went more hours talking about all.
Yeah. This is good. I like it. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And you know me, I'm ready. Whenever I'm ready. And they still logging on.
You'll be back on here. You'll be requested to come back on here.
Yeah. I sure appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, hit me up anytime.
Yeah. I'm trying this out for 2 months. So for September, we're going to have all single guys every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. In October, we're going to have all married guys, because to get the married guys' perspective as well. You know, just to hear, you know, from different guys, because everybody is different. So we're not putting guys in a box to say, oh, all men think this way, because that's not true. But it's good I love healthy interaction, you know. And Jeremiah said that high, he nervous.
Yeah.
Jeremiah,
look at that, Jeremiah. What's up, man?
Yeah,
I like it too, Tricia, Myrtle. This was nice. This was good.
I'm glad y'all tuned in. I'm glad y'all tuned in, because that's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about relationships in general, but also healthy interaction between men and women. And that's what I appreciate about the relationship questions that I post and the dialogue that we have going. We learn from each other, you know, and if we really take time to listen to each other, you know what I'm saying? Just really hear and understand, you know what, I didn't even think about it like that. I didn't know, you know, that's what y'all were thinking, or that's y'all have emotions or whatever. We learn so much, you know, that we can take into our relationship. So that's why I like to have these kind of discussions.
I think that's why I be so passionate about it myself, because I'm a guy that'll talk. I'm a guy that'll be honest. I'm a guy that'll be upfront. I'm a guy that'll tell you the truth. You don't have to like it. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to like me, but it is what I say out my mouth, because that's my interactions with it, my experience with it. That's just what it is. I don't speak for all men. I speak for myself. But at the same time, sometimes one guy opening his mouth make 5 or 10 more open theirs. Because a lot of guys won't share certain things because they feel like they're going to get criticized and they don't like it. Here we go back to those emotions. They don't like it. But as for me, I don't care. My emotions are unbothered. You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag unbothered.
Yeah, my emotions are unbothered, baby. What you say, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I like it because it's so good to see women interested in hearing what men have to say. That's what I love. I love that the most. All the women seen and not heard and all, baby, it's just a time and a place for everything. Let men talk sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? Get yourself together, get your questions together, get you a man who will talk, who will upfront, who will be honest, and y'all talk.
Yeah.
That's it. Y'all talk.
And seriously, like, and that's one of the things that I've learned just having, like, last year I used to have singles game night with men and women, and we would sit around, play games, and then have, you know, discussion. When we really, you know, give y'all a voice or give y'all a place to just talk, y'all have a lot of profound stuff to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times y'all just be sitting chilling, but when you open your mouth and really hear your perspective, it's like, I ain't even never thought about it that way, you know? And we just assume that, oh, y'all men don't want to talk, they don't communicate. And like you said, if we just talking and not giving you an opportunity to share, you know, your perspective, your viewpoint, then of course y'all ain't gonna compete for it. It's just like, okay, you want to do all the talking, I'm just shut up, you know. So,
and that's what a lot of us do, because we feel like you're not listening. You just pretty much just pulling us out here in order to criticize what we're saying. You just got you're hearing us, but you're not listening.
You
know what I'm saying? You're hearing us, but you're not listening. So we just I'll do that too. Because I usually would just again, you know, I said that's something I'm working on, not walking away, because I'll walk away in a minute. I don't want to hear it. You know, if you don't want to hear it, I don't like negativity. I don't like to be pushed in a corner. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not interested, I just won't waste my time. I always got something else to do.
Yeah.
So, but it's guys like me, just like that out there. They'll shut down. They won't say nothing. So if women want to know, all you got to do is ask Anthony Thompson. And he'll tell you
and
what he has to say about it. Yeah. Okay, I see a question.
Yeah.
Joan asked, Anthony, is it really harder to date now? Yes, it is, Joan. It's harder to date because people are putting more unnecessary things in the hat to try to so-called have a friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Do people even know what that, when you say have a friendship, explain what that means? Like, what does it mean to, because I'm wondering, do people even know how to develop a friendship? Like, I remember my mom used to say that to me all the time. You need to be friends first. But I don't know how to be friends first. I just know how to jump and get into something and feel good. And you know what I mean? Like, so explain to people and all of us, what does it look like to be friends first?
Friends to me, and being friends with the opposite sex is, first of all, being secure within yourself. Like me, I'm a secure guy. In spite of the names I've been called, because I don't fit the criteria what other people think other men do and what I do is two different things. I am still secure with who I am. I'm going to be open with you about everything, what I'm saying now. The average woman, she'll look at this guy. He with this woman, he with that woman, he with this woman, he with that woman. That don't mean nothing. Because they're not in publicly doing something. He got a lot of ladies that he around. They call him dogs. They call him whores. They call him player. They call him womanizer. Okay. You got me. I purposely don't be seen with women in the streets. Too much of nothing. It's not that I go around running from, oh, no, I can't hang with you. No, I don't do that. But I'm saying, I have always been this guy because I know where I come from. I know I had a dad. And I know how he was looked at and ridiculed because of the women loved him. Tall, yellow, elder barge colored Negro, good looking, dressed well, driving fancy cars. They loved him. You know, back in them days, light skinned men was in. They ain't in no more. They out of style now, y'all.
You know,
light skinned men are out of style, y'all. So
shout out to
it is.
Go ahead. I said shout out to my boo, my light skinned man. Go ahead, sorry.
See. So it is. They like that. Okay. And I saw how it caused friction between my mom and once they got divorced, my stepmom. So I vowed as a young guy when I grew up that I don't want to do that. Yeah. I don't want that type of image. So now it get me called gay. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I'm gay. And you got these old hating Negroes even say stuff because they half of the time when it's just like some post somebody got on Facebook. You got to watch what a woman saying about another woman because half of the time she want to be that woman or she wish she had what that woman had or whatever. Same thing with some of these guys. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. I don't be seen with a lot of the women for the simple fact of I don't like people in my business. Number one. Number two, because I'm single. I want to be seen as single. I don't want no woman because, again, I ain't trying to throw y'all under the bus. Yeah. But a lot of y'all won't even talk to a guy because y'all saw him talking to another attractive woman. Baby, that could be my cousin. That could be my sister. Yeah. That could just be my lady friend. But you feel because you've been hurt, scarred, and went through some stuff with a guy that's it. That's what that is. So to cut all the crap, I just roll by myself. I do my stuff by myself. I go to my car shows. I go to work. I'm home by myself. I do my thing by myself. I got lady acquaintances and I have a couple of lady friends. But to be a friend, you have to be secure. So I'm secure within myself by myself. Don't care what they say about me because I know I'm not about to go start having women around me to prove I'm not gay. I'm not going to put myself. They say I'm gay because I ain't got no kids. Yeah. What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's the newest one. You know what I'm saying? I done heard I'm a player. I'm a player because of the cars I drive.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I'm a player because they have seen me on pictures with a couple of women on Facebook. So we damned if we do, damned if we don't, if I was to live my life according to what people think. But because I'm secure, I'm my own friend first. You see what I'm saying? I'm my own friend. I like myself. I trust me. I know me. So I do me my way. Now, when I can meet a woman in the same manner, we good. You know what I'm saying? We good.
So what I hear you saying is friendship first, man. First, being secure and good with who you are, confident in who you are as a person, both parties. And then you come together and it's like you just kind of flowing, getting to know each other. You're not trying to rush into anything. You're just hanging out, communicating, talking, and allowing it to flow organically into something more if it goes there.
If you're not married, you're single.
Yeah.
I don't care nothing about, that's my boo, that's my baby. If you ain't married, you're single. If you're not a monogamous, committed relationship where y'all leading to marriage, where y'all have said to each other, you off the market, I'm off the market, we go do this, and this is what we doing, you still single. So, if you single, you can talk to anybody you want to talk to. You can be friendly with anybody you want to be friendly with. All the rest of the stuff that people do behind closed doors, that ain't none of my business. And it ain't none of your business what I do. Do what you do, I'm going to do what I do. But if you're single, you are single. And again, here we go with people not being ready for marriage, but they get married for the stupid reasons. Because of the finances, because they got good credit, because they got good jobs. I'm going to go ahead and lock her down because she's doing better than the last chick. I'm going to lock him down because he got more than the last dude. All this type of stuff that people do, but yet and still they're not secure within themselves because they're not really ready for marriage because they haven't gotten them out of their system yet. If you want to still be friendly with everybody, yo digging in the scene with the gangster lean with chicks behind closed doors, it's going to come out when you get married because you wasn't finished. So if you being friendly with everybody in public or whatever the case, or y'all just kicking it, y'all just friends, you know you screwing and doing. So if you screwing and doing, that means when you get married, boy, that woman, boy, she got a lot to do. She got a lot to do because she trying to catch up with you. You ain't trying to, you ain't caught up with yourself, homeboy, and vice versa with these women. You know what I'm saying? They out here playing around and think they pulling something past like me. I see them all the time trying to play, but I think I got fool, road cross here, green, dummy, idiot, because they try me like I don't know the game. Baby, I know all of what you do. I just let you do what you do and just watch you do what you do when you come around me, because when you ain't around me, I ain't thinking about you and what you doing and who you doing. Believe me, here we are again. I'm content with me. You see what I'm saying? I'm content.
And I think that's a good point, because one of the things that I believe in is a healthy relationship starts with you. It's with myself. If I can't have a healthy relationship with me, then it's gonna really be hard, because I'm gonna bring all this drama that's going on internally.
There it is.
To my relationship, and so
check this out. To go along with what you just said in that, I know women who say for instance, like I walk up on a woman, I meet a woman or whatever the case, introduced to a woman, whatever. And I'm trying to talk to her. The first thing she say, well, I ain't ready yet. I got to get myself together, this and this and this and that and that. Boo. Here we go. Boo.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. If you allow yourself to be friends and don't go into a relationship from day one, that man might love you enough as a friend. He ain't in love with you, but he'll grow to love about you, that you were honest enough to say, I ain't ready for a relationship, but I don't mind getting to know you. I don't mind being your friend. I don't mind getting to know you, spend some time with you if you don't mind. And if she got other guys or she don't, homeboy ought to know if she's beautiful or not. It don't matter what beauty is to everybody else, but she might be good looking to him. But dude, expect her to have other guy associates and you got other lady associates because y'all are single and y'all can do that. It ain't all about looks, but I'm just saying, period. Expect them to have someone else that they talk to. But again, as I'm saying, if these women will stop shutting themselves out like men grow on trees, I ain't ready right now.
Yeah.
So you gonna go back to sleep. So you think when you wake up, oh, the tree is full of men, I can just pick me one. You better get to know that dude that's trying to get to know you. That dude trying to be your friend.
But see, that's tough, because I was one of those women that said that, I'm not ready for a relationship. But I think there are some times, like for me, when I got out of my marriage, I didn't want to get into anything because I know my emotions were I didn't even want to develop a friendship. One, because I didn't trust myself. I didn't know what my intentions was going to be getting with somebody, if I was just going to use that person as a rebound. So I really wanted to take some time to kind of, deal with me and kind of get myself together. So I think there are times, I hear what you're saying, like you can't just take yourself off the market and just, not be open. But I think there are times when it's just like, you know what, I don't want to entertain nobody because I just feel like a hot mess right now. But I see what you're saying, though. If you're just developing a friendship, then, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And I got you, and I agree, and that's okay to do. But just don't stay in that. I just wish people would stop staying in that so long. Stop staying in layaway. So stop putting yourself in layaway. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good person, you were with this person who was a creep, and they didn't do you right, that's why you don't stay in foolishness long. Get out, stay single, enjoy you, be your own friend, enjoy your own company, and when someone worthy or worthwhile come along, and give people the benefit of the doubt some type of way. I didn't say trust overnight. I didn't say give overnight. I said give people the benefit of the doubt and let them see if their words are going to match the actions that they said when they came into your face. Because you deserve someone if you're a good person. You deserve somebody. Because believe me, we all got flaws. We all got something wrong. We always got something to work on. We need someone. That's it.
Yeah.
Stop with the layaway plans. Allow yourself to meet someone. That's it.
Yeah. So Coco Rose just asked the question, how long after my divorce did I start dating again? Oh man. I think honestly it was probably about 3 years. Like I communicated with people, but it wasn't like anything serious. Like I had conversations, I may have gone out to dinner a couple of times, but it wasn't anything serious. I was just like, so I didn't close myself off totally, but it was just like, I knew I wasn't looking for anything serious because I wanted to create some space. So it was probably about 3 years. Before I really said, you know what, I want to get back out there and really experience it. And even when I got back out there, I was still kind of hesitant, like, I don't know if I'm ready.
I mean, we still hesitant now. You know what I'm saying? We still hesitant now. You in a relationship now, but I'm just saying we still hesitant now. But the thing about it is, it's because they hesitant too. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a thing of you can't live in fear, but you can't be a fool. You know what I'm saying?
But yes, and I think that's a good point. I think for a long time I lived in fear, like seriously, until this relationship that I'm in now, which I've been in about 7 months. Like when I first, when it started, this one, I still didn't feel like I was ready, but I was like, you know what? I just want to have a good time. I just want to meet different people. So that's the way I approached it. Like there is an abundance of men for me to interact with. So let me just open myself up instead of being so closed off. So that's the approach I took. I still wasn't out there looking for a husband or looking for a boyfriend or anything like that. But when I took that, that calm, that, fun loving, just let me hang out with people approach, that's when it kind of flowed into the relationship that I'm in now. Cause it was just like, I wasn't looking for anything. I was just like, hey, I just started conversation, and it just kind of went from there. I wasn't playing any games. Oh, he got to call me first or all this kind of stuff. Like I wasn't even on that, it was just like, huh?
Did you just say that? Did you just say that?
What? Oh, about calling people first?
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you said that.
It's so many rules, like you said. Why is dating? Joanne asked the question, like, is dating really hard these days? I think we make it hard. We have all these rules, all these expectations. It's supposed to go like this, and he's supposed to do this, and then I'm gonna do this. Like that's a lot of rules instead of just flowing with it, having fun, laughing.
it's so sad. Like you just said, I started conversation. That's one thing you said. I started conversation. Then you said it was just hanging out. It was, you know, it wasn't no expectation where I'm waiting on him to call me this. If y'all just friends, that's what you do.
Yeah.
All this here, you sitting around waiting on him, and like me, I am a busy person. I'm very busy. I'm always on the go with him. I'm plugging my phone up. I'm a very busy person. Okay. However, I do what I want to do. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. And I do who I want to do when I want to do them. You understand what I'm saying? But the point of it is, it's okay for you to call your friend. It's okay for you to call the guy you want to get to be a friend with, because we ain't friends off rip. I'm saying that word friends tonight, but me myself, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't use that word, take that word lightly. So if you want to be associates, it's okay to call me. It's all right. I promise you I ain't gonna bite your head off. You know what I'm saying? So call a man. Let the man call you. Hey, what you want to do? Hey, let's hang out tonight. Let's hang out this weekend. What you got done? Do all of that. And that's just it. And you go from there. Angel said it. Take the pressure off. Angel just said take the pressure off. You know what I'm saying?
It was so, I've never been in something so smooth. Like it just kind of transitioned. And I think because we were kind of both on the same page as well, but it's like, it just flowed. You know, it wasn't I don't know. It just, but Coco Rowe asked a good question. Do you think that space-time is necessary for all divorcees, men and women, or is it okay to date a freshly divorced person?
Who Coco want to answer that?
Well, I'll answer it from my perspective. I think it just depends. Like for me, because I had been going from relationship to relationship, I made the decision to take some time. Another person may not feel that way. Another person may have already been, you know, disconnected or checked out of the relationship and feel like they don't need time. So I don't think there's a formula or, you know, a set rule for there needs to be space and time. For me, I chose to take time because that's what I needed to be good with me. But I don't think that necessarily that has to be the case. That's what I needed.
And I think that was good, being that I'm not a divorced person, Coco. I'm gonna say this though, Coco. I think it all depends on what the divorcees have to deal with after divorce, and in responsibility wise, because some of them got children, some of them have so many different perspectives of things that they got to deal with. That is more important than just, oh, let me go find somebody, or let me get somebody, let me make myself available. You don't have the time. You just get focused. Before you know it, 2 years done went by, and now life is under control. When those 2 years kick in, most of the time, our lives tell us when we're ready for certain things. You don't have to force it. Our lives, when you get to the point, as soon as you got a divorce, you dug into, I got to get another place to stay. I got to get a dependable car. I got to work for the car. I got to work overtime. I got to take care of the child. I got to get the child set up in school. I got to this, I got to that. By the time you got that corrected and got everything together, it was a year and a half. Now you like, man, I finally got some free time. I got me some free time now. Now your life has just told you.
You
time
ready.
To date. Time to make yourself available. You know what I'm saying? And that's one perspective. But if you were in an abusive relationship, well, they was putting their hands on you, and mentally they were saying stuff to you. Physically and mentally, you were abused. You might need counseling. You might need you need to talk to somebody. Because it's not good to go through life alone, Anthony Thompson, and you're a man and you're alone. But however, it's not good. Trust me. So at me, 42, not married, no kids. I am, and I've said this to my stepmom and my mom lately, being in this house by myself, happy, but that's not what I want. However, being single with no responsibilities but myself, and I got so many things that I bought on myself. All of them are good. All of them I'm cool with. But my point is, I told them, I finally see why God say it's not good for man to be alone.
Yeah.
I finally see it. I see now I need help in certain aspects of my life. But I don't need a woman. Like I'm not needy. I want
you want one.
A woman to help me fulfill some of my needs. I want to go on vacations. I want to do all the things with a relationship. I can clean my own house. I wash my own clothes. I take care of my own finances and all that type of stuff. If I need some help, guess who I go to? My mama.
Mama, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? My mama's single. If I need something done, I can call my mama. I can call my stepmama. I can call my sister. Here we go. This man depending on a woman. You understand what I'm saying? So, sorry for getting off track with it, but I'm just saying, I see where my life is telling me this is time, boy.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't entertain anybody. I don't need all them chicks in my face. I don't need you around me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need you around me. I don't need Honor Roger women.
I think that's a good point, because it sounds like you're intentional. So it's like, and especially you have a reason for why you're doing the things that you're doing. A lot of people may assume that you're whatever, but you have a reason for why. Like you said, you saw your dad and what that brought, and you made up in your mind that you didn't want that. And like you said, if you want to be in a relationship with a woman that will lead to marriage, you want to create space so that you can have that. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, I ain't finna be hanging with all these women, because what if, I'm out there and I meet somebody and then I don't want her to assume anything. So let me, set up the boundaries now so that when she comes in, she'll know that I'm serious. Yeah.
Right.
It just sounds intentional, purposeful living. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know my saying.
Yeah.
If there's no purpose, there's no point. Just that simple. If you ain't got no purpose, if y'all purpose ain't the same, what's the point of y'all entertaining each other? Go your way, I'm gonna go my way. I'm good over here.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So we can keep this going, but we're gonna have to have a part 2, because questions still coming in, comments still coming in. But we're gonna have to wrap this up, y'all. We gotta go to bed.
All right. Hey. We'll like I said, you can hit me up anytime. And
we're gonna have to do this again.
We can go live anytime. Just hit me up. You know how it is. I'm cool. I'm good. I enjoy myself and everything. Thank everybody for watching, listening, and hopefully we helped.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope people got something out of it, because that's the purpose of it. Let's have dialogue about relationships. Let's hear different perspectives and just have us thinking like, I never thought about it like that.
Right.
So
right.
So this good stuff. So Anthony was our first co-host. We're gonna have some more guys coming up on next Wednesday, all the Wednesdays in September and October. We're gonna meet on Wednesdays to talk about this stuff, hear different perspectives, different viewpoints, just so we can just rap and just show that there are some good guys out there. Everybody's not trying, play around, and just it's a lot of mature guys out there. So I want to expose y'all.
It's some good guys out there, mature guys out there, and it's some women that actually want to listen.
Absolutely. Yes. So tune in to the relationship scenarios, and we'll be tuning in, coming back to y'all next Wednesday at 8:00. Thank y'all. Yep. Thank you, Anthony.
All right. You're welcome. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right. Good night, ladies.